Our YouTube today we have another maths video, grade 7. It's probably one of the most important videos to do with trig and geometry because the lessons you'll learn here are actually applicable to basically any trig problem. So these are some rules you have to learn. The top two are called the sine rule and the bottom two are called the cosine rule. They're both derivatives of each other. Okay, so the top rule is A, the length, divided by sine A, the angle, equals B, the length, divided by sine B, the angle. This can also be arranged to sine A over A, sine B over B. The cosine rule is A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. And the inverse of this is cos A equals B squared plus C squared minus A squared over 2BC. Now, dependent on the question and the problem, that's what you have to decide for yourself what equation you want to use. So you'd use the top two if you're trying to find a length, and the bottom two if you're trying to find an angle. Now, an example of where we can apply this is when you're in a triangle, and you have A is 83, you have C is 53, AC is 7. And what we're trying to find is the length CB. So what we do here, 180 minus these two added together equals 44, so then we've got this angle. And we're trying to find a length, so we know that we've got to use the top sine rule. So what we do, we put 7 as A, divided by sine 44 equals B over sine B, which is sine 83. And then all we do is times through by sine B. So if we did it the other way and had A and sine A exactly the same, but then B over 53, sine 53, then we times the first fraction by sine 53, and we get this as 8.05. So you're basically just substituting values into equations and rearranging a little bit. Now for the cosine rule, it's a little bit more complicated, only because you have to learn more kind of phrases, don't you? Because this is longer than this, obviously. So you have the top angle at 83, you had this as 8 and this is 7. And what we're trying to find is one of the sides. So we've got A, we've got B. These don't actually matter which way they're around. No, sorry, we've got B and we've got C. Now 8 can be C and B can be 7, or vice versa. It really doesn't matter as long as you're consistent through the whole equation. So if we have B squared, which is 49, plus C squared, which is 64, minus 2 times 7, which is 14, times by 8, times by cos of 83, because this is A. Because don't forget, in a triangle, you obviously have your angles, so A, B, C, and their counterparts are lowercase, but opposite, if that makes sense. So the length C is opposite to the angle big C. So, and then you just basically substitute the units into these equations, depending on what you want to get, divide by itself, so square root it, and then you get your thing. So you just need to learn these equations and apply them in the right way, learn to when to apply them. The only way to do that is practice questions. I hope this has helped. Thanks.